No. Once upon a time, there was a young girl who dreamed of crossing the frontiers of space. Yes, you guessed it right. It's none other than the life of the first Indian woman astronaut. It's Dr. Kalpana Chawla herself. And in this movie, we're going to tell about her entire lifespan, all from the beginning till the end. So hop in as we take you to the journey of her life, or should I say, the first Indian female astronaut's life. Kalpana Chawla, 17 March 1962 to 1 February 2003, was an Indian-born American astronaut and aerospace engineer who was the first woman of India origin to fly to space. She first flew on Space Shuttle Columbia in 1997 as a mission specialist and primary robotic arm operator aboard STS-87. Chawla's second flight was in 2003 on STS-107. The final flight of Columbia. She was one of the 7 crew members who died in the space shuttle Columbia disaster when the spacecraft disintegrated during its re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere on 1 February 2003. Chawla was posthumously awarded to the Congressional Space Medal of Honor, and several streets, universities, and institutions are named in her honor. Kalpana Chawla was born on 17 March 1962 in a Punjabi Hindu family in Karnal, Haryana. The youngest of 4 children, she was born into a conservative society, but Chawla broke several traditions to become the first Indian born female astronaut. She completed her schooling at Tagore Bal Niketan Senior Secondary School, Karnal. Growing up, Chawla went to local flying clubs and watched planes with her father. After graduating with a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Aeronautical Engineering from Punjab Engineering College, India, Chawla moved to the United States in 1982. In 1984, she graduated with a Master of Science degree in Aerospace Engineering from the University of Texas at Arlington. She earned a PhD in Aerospace Engineering in 1988 from the University of Colorado Boulder with a dissertation on the dynamics and control of vertical flows. In 1988, Chawla joined NASA's Ames Research Center, where she initially conducted computational fluid dynamics research on vertical and or short takeoff and landing V/S stall concepts. Much of Chawla's research is included in technical journals and conference papers. In 1993, she joined Oversight Methods Inc. as Vice President and Research Scientist, specializing in simulation of moving multiple body problems. Chawla held a FAA flight instructor certificate with airplane and glider rating and a commercial pilot license with single and multi-engine airplane, seaplane, and glider rating. After she became a naturalized U.S. citizen in April 1991, Chawla applied for the NASA Astronaut Corps. She joined the Corps in March 1995 and was selected for her first flight in 1997. Chawla's first space mission began on 19 November 1997 as part of the six-astronaut crew that flew the Space Shuttle Columbia flight STS-87. Chawla was the first Indian origin woman to go in space. She spoke the following words while traveling in the weightlessness of space: "You are just your intelligence." On her first mission, Chawla traveled 10.4 million miles in 252 orbits of the Earth, logging more than 376 hours, 15 days, and 16 hours in space. During STS-87, she was responsible for deploying the Spartan satellite, which malfunctioned, necessitating a spacewalk by Winston Scott and Taco Doi to capture the satellite. A 5-month NASA investigation exonerated Chawla by identifying errors in software interfaces and the defined procedures of the flight crew and ground control. After the completion of STS-87 post-flight activities, Chawla was assigned to technical positions in the astronaut office to work on the space station. In 2000, Chawla was selected for her second flight as part of the crew of STS-107. This mission was repeatedly delayed due to scheduling conflicts and technical problems, such as the July 2002 discovery of cracks in the shuttle engine flow liner. On 16 January 2003, Chawla finally returned to space aboard Space Shuttle Columbia on the ill-fated STS-107 mission. The crew performed nearly 80 experiments studying Earth and space science, advanced technology development, and astronaut health and safety. During the launch of STS-107, Columbia's 28th mission, a piece of foam insulation broke off from the space shuttle's external tank and struck the port wing of the orbiter. Previous shuttle launches have seen minor damage from foam shedding, but some engineers suspected that the damage to Columbia was more serious. NASA managers limited the investigation, reasoning that the crew could have not fixed the problem if it had been confirmed. When Columbia re entered the Earth's atmosphere on 1 February 2003, the damage allowed hot atmospheric gases to penetrate and destroy the internal wing structure, which caused the spacecraft to become unstable and break apart over Texas. Chawla died along with the 6 other crew members. After the disaster, space shuttle flight operations were suspended for more than 2 years, similar to the aftermath of the Challenger disaster. Construction of the International Space Station ISS was put on hold. The station relied entirely on the Russian Roscosmos State Corporation for resupply for 29 months until shuttle flights resumed with STS-114 and 45 months for crew rotation. Chawla's remains were identified along with those of the rest of the crew members and were cremated and scattered at Zion National Park in Utah, one of her favorite places. Chawla was the recipient of numerous posthumous honors. On 3 February 2003, it was announced that the girls' hostel at Punjab Engineering College, where Chawla obtained her BEng, would be named after her. A prize consisting of INR 25,000 rupees, a medal, and a department. Also in February, Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee of India announced that the satellite Metsat 1 would be renamed Kalpana 1. Then in August, asteroid 51826 Kalpana Chawla was named after her. One of the 7 asteroids named after Columbia crew. The Florida Institute of Technology named one of its residence building after Chawla in 2003 as part of the Columbia Village, which was dedicated to the 7 Columbia astronauts. Steve Morse of the band Deep Purple released their song Contact Loss in 2003 in memory of the Columbia disease. Chawla released three Deep Purple albums on STS-107 using their song Space Trunking as a wake-up call. One of their albums was found in the shuttle's wreckage. 7 peaks in the Columbia Hills were named after the Columbia astronauts on February 2004, with one of them being named after Chawla. 2 days later, on February 4th, Chawla was posthumously awarded the Congressional Space Medal of Honor by President George W. Bush. She was also awarded the NASA Space Flight Medal, and NASA Distinguished Service Medal. In March, the government of Karnataka instituted the Kalpana Chawla Award to recognize young female scientists. Then, in September, UTA, where Chawla obtained her MSc in 1984, opened Kalpana Chawla Hall, also known as KC Hall. Chawla's father was present at the hall's dedication. The lunar crater Chawla was named after her in 2006. The Kalpana Chawla Planetarium in Haryana was also dedicated to her in 2007 by Chief Minister Bhupinder Singh Hooda. Novelist Peter David named a shuttlecraft the Chawla after her in his 2007 Star Trek novel Star Trek The Next Generation. Before Dishonor, in 2010, a memorable display was dedicated to Chawla at UTA is Netterman Hall. In 2007, the Kalpana Chawla Government Medical College was established in Karnal. Then, in 2020, she became the focus of the second season of the National Geographic documentary series Mega Icons alongside music A.R. Rahman, actress Deepika Padukone, and industrialist Ratan Tata. The 14th contracted North Roop Gurmeet Singh spacecraft mission, which was launched in October 2020 to deliver supplies to the International Space Station, which was named the SS Kalpana Chawla in her honor. A fictionalized version of Chawla appears in the 2023 movie A Million Miles Away, where she is played by actress Saryu Bloom.